How to become a law professor in India? A lot of you wanted to know that how can you become a law professor, what are the degrees कौन सी चाहिए, which are the exams that you have to clear, कौन से exams आपको clear करने चाहिए law professor बनने के लिए. That is what we are going to discuss. If you are a law student, if you are preparing for law entrance exams, or even if you are a lawyer, I would say that you should watch this video because ये एक opportunity है जो कि आप grab कर सकते हैं. चलिए चलते हैं इस वीडियो की तरफ. Yeah guys, welcome to Loggery. I hope you have subscribed to Loggery's YouTube channel and hit that bell notification so that you do not miss any of our videos. And I hope you're following us on Instagram. We're there by the name at I am Loggery. We do pretty motivational stuff out there if you want to stay happy, if you want to stay motivated, and if you want to stay connected a little more with Loggery, then do follow us on Instagram. First step, getting a law degree. Obviously, if you want to teach law, अगर आप लॉ पढ़ाना चाहते हैं तो आपको चाहिए लॉ की डिग्री, राइट? तो आप कोई भी कोर्स कर सकते हैं. आप चाहें तो 5 ईयर लॉ कोर्स के लिए जा सकते हैं, आप चाहें तो 3 ईयर लॉ कोर्स के लिए भी जा सकते हैं. कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि 3 ईयर लॉ कोर्स ही होना चाहिए या 5 ईयर ही होना चाहिए. इंटीग्रेटेड है तो नहीं एलिजिबल, आप एलिजिबल हो. LLB की डिग्री होनी चाहिए. और ये भी कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपकी ग्रेजुएशन में कोई पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट आपने पढ़ा होना चाहिए. हाँ, ये एक मैं आपको एडवाइस दूंगी कि अगर आपको पता है कि आपने जाना ही टीचिंग फील्ड में है, आपको बनना ही लॉ प्रोफेसर है, क्योंकि बहुत बार होता है कि आपको पता होता है कि मुझे तो बनना ही प्रोफेसर है और लॉ का प्रोफेसर बनना है, तो आप ट्राई करिए कि आप अपनी ग्रेजुएशन में सब्जेक्ट्स ऐसे लें जो लॉ वाले सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, राइट? अगर BA कर रहे हैं तो थोड़ा जिनका झुकाव दोज आर रिलेटेड टू लॉ, यू शुड गो फॉर दो सब्जेक्ट्स, राइट? नाउ another thing that I want to tell you is that, for example, you took the decision after doing law that okay, I can go for professorship, or I can be a law professor. Then also it's okay. What you need is a degree in law, right? Now if you are completely new and you want to know, aap jana chahte hain that how to become a lawyer, then I have done a detailed video explaining everything again step by step, that how you can become a lawyer. I leave the link to that video in the description box as well as in the eye on the screen. You will be able to see the link. After watching this video, you can watch that video, right? Now another question that might come to your mind is, which one is better, 3-year law course or 5-year law course? Again, I've done a detailed video talking about that, which one is better, 5-year or 3-year. You'll get your answer in the video. I'll leave the link in the description. Things to do in law college if you want to become a law professor. Now if you are a law student who's watching this video and you want to know that what kind of activities you should indulge in if you want to become a law professor, or you're considering, there are students who are not really sure. They're like, okay, fine, I can try if I don't know if I really want to do it. So I would suggest that you should teach students. So how can you do that? You should join NGOs wherein you are supposed to teach students, like that of Teach a Child, Make a Difference. Now every NGO is into a lot many things. They are into fundraising, they are into teaching. So join an NGO wherein you can teach. For example, Teach a Child and Make a Difference are two NGOs wherein you have to teach kids. Now either in the evening or on weekends, right? So you can opt for this because that will tell you will be able to judge yourself that if you can be a good professor, if you are enjoying the process. Look, I strongly believe that you should go for what you love and what you enjoy doing, right? If your work is something that you enjoy doing, then it's easier for you. पैसा तो कमाना ही है, right? Everyone of us has to earn. But if you enjoy doing the work, if you enjoy the process, then life gets easier, right? So that is something that you can do. Next is start taking home tuitions for the subject that you really like, that you think that you are an expert in. You will learn how to prepare lectures. You'll see that there are different ways you can teach different types of students, right? So there are ways that you can prepare a lecture in such a good manner that even if it is difficult, you can quote such examples that you can make that topic really easy. That is what is a good professor. And agar banna hi hai, if you really want to be a professor, then you should be an amazing professor. You can also start teaching at a coaching institute, but I understand that it's a little bit difficult to get a job there if you do not have a prior experience. So you can create prior experience by teaching in NGOs, by taking home tuitions, right? And the next is number one is teaching, right? The other thing that you should indulge in is writing research papers. papers, because once you become a professor, or even while you're doing your LLM, you're doing your PhD, research is what is the main thing. So if you have prior experience with research, if you have published research papers, if you have presented papers before, it would be easier for you to take things forward. Right. Step 2, get an enrollment number and give AIBE exam. Now this is again very suggestive. मैंने ये video बनाते time I saw the eligibility criteria, went through the eligibility criteria of a lot of institutes, UGC and everything. Nowhere it was given that enrollment number या AIB का कुछ भी relation नहीं दिया हुआ था, but suggestive you should apply. Once you get your degree, you are eligible to apply for enrollment number, so you should apply for it, number 1. And number 2, after getting your enrollment number, you can give All India Bar examination, which is really easy. So you should not worry about it, and we have a lot of videos wherein I've told you how to prepare for the exam, so you should not worry about that. Now once you're done with your LLB, the very next step that you need to go for is step 3 is getting a master's degree in law. When you are in your final year of LLB, जब आप अपने फाइनल ईयर में हो LLB के, तभी उससे एक साल पहले एटलीस्ट आपको पता है that in May 2020 or in June 2021 your LLB is going to get finished, right? So somewhere in 1 year before only, somewhere in April 2020, you should start looking for institutes wherein you can take admission for LLM, which are the entrance exams. There is CLAT PG. Every good institute has its entrance exam. So again, I'll suggest that you should go for entrance exam to get admission in a good institute, because name of good institute really matters here. I'm going to show you towards the end of this video that why the name of institute matters, because they've written that if from so and so institute, preferred. When it comes to job, if you do it from NLUs, National Law Universities, if you do it from a good university, you will be given preference. So opt for a good university and prepare for entrance exam and try to crack it and get admission in a good university. Step 4, clearing UGC NET examination. Now let's see what is this. What is UGC NET? University Grants Commission National Eligibility Test, UGC NET. UGC NET is a test to determine the eligibility of Indian nationals for assistant professor and junior research fellowship and assistant professor in Indian universities and colleges. So basically UGC NET is an examination not only for law but for various other subjects, wherein the exam is conducted to determine the eligibility for assistant professor and JRF. We are going to discuss further that what is JRF, but right now we are going to focus on UGC NET eligibility and about the exam and everything, and then we are going to talk about JRF. Okay, about the eligibility criteria, please pay attention, because a lot of you have a lot of confusion and there are a lot of myths attached to the eligibility criteria, which I'm going to clear once and for all. Right, candidates who are pursuing their master's degree, matlab when you have taken admission, once you have taken admission in LLM, you are eligible to appear for UGC NET exam. Right, I'm going to read it again. Candidates who are pursuing their master's degree or equivalent course, for candidates who have appeared for their qualifying master's degree final year examination and whose result is still awaited, or candidates whose qualifying examination have been delayed may also apply for this test. It means you don't really need a degree of LLM, but even if you have applied and you have got admission and you're pursuing LLM, it is enough to appear for your UGC NET examination. However, such candidates will be admitted provisionally and shall be considered eligible for award of JRF or eligibility for assistant professor only after they have passed their master's degree or equivalent examination with at least 55% marks. Now what they're saying is that you are doing your LLM, but you will be considered for assistant professor or award of JRF only when you have completed your what? Completed your LLM degree with 55% marks, right? 50% for OBC, SC, ST, PWD, third gender category candidates. Such candidates must complete their master's degree. Now please pay attention. Such candidates must complete their master's degree or equivalent examination within 2 years from the date of net result with required percentage of marks, failing which they shall be treated as disqualified. Now, number one, what we get to know that when you are pursuing your LLM, you can give UGC net exam, number one, but you will be eligible for the award and for assistant professor post only once you clear your LLM with 55% marks at least, right? Now the next thing is that you should complete your master's degree within 2 years from the date of net result, from the NNET UGC net result. So before giving the exam, you're going to calculate, you need to have the estimate that result इतने महीनों में आ जाता है, okay fine, will I be able to complete my LLM within that duration, right? एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया में देखा दैट यू नीड मास्टर्स डिग्री. अब एक क्वेश्चन जो आप लोगों के दिमाग में हो सकता है, क्या फॉरेन मास्टर्स डिग्री रिकॉग्नाइज्ड है या नहीं? देखिए, इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू नो दिस. Candidates having postgraduate diploma certificate awarded by Indian University or Institute or foreign degree diploma certificate awarded by the foreign university or institute should, in their own interest, ascertain the equivalence of their diploma degree certificate with master's degree of recognized Indian universities from Association of Indian Universities. तो AIU से आपको equivalence certificate मिलता है, और वो आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं www.aiu.ac.in पर जाकर. अगर आपके plans हैं to do LLM from abroad and then come back and teach, then you should make sure that you call on these numbers or you visit the website and check कि जहाँ पे आपको admission मिल रहा है बाहर की यूनिवर्सिटी या कॉलेज के अंदर, is it recognized or not, because if it is not recognized then there can be a problem, right? I hope it helps. जो यहाँ पे ये वेबसाइट दी हुई है ये वर्क नहीं कर रही है, this one is working, aiu.ac.in. Okay, about the exam mode of examination, the examination shall be conducted in computer based test mode only. So it is not a pen paper mode exam, it is a computer based test. मतलब computer पे आप exam दोगे. Pattern of the exam, the test will consist of 2 papers. Both the papers will consist of objective type multiple choice questions. सबसे पहले तो हमें पता चल गया कि CBT mode है, number 1. Number 2, we get to know there are going to be 2 papers. Number 3, MCQ type का पेपर होगा. Paper 1 देख लेते हैं. Paper 1 100 marks, number of questions 50. The question in paper 1 intends to assess the teaching research aptitude of the candidate. It will primarily be designed to test reasoning ability, reading comprehension, divergent thinking and general awareness of the candidate. जो next paper is paper 2, that is your paper of law, right? 200 marks, 100 questions. This is based on the subject selected by the candidate, right? तो हमारा law रहेगा, right? 3 hours का आपका पेपर है, 180 minutes without any break. Medium of question paper, the medium of question paper shall be in English and Hindi only. English and Hindi only. The options of medium of question paper shall be carefully chosen by the candidate while filling the application. Okay, fine. Candidates opting for Hindi medium in the application form will be given bilingual paper, but candidates opting for English medium will be given English version only, right? Marking scheme, again very important. Each question carries 2 marks. For each correct response, candidates will get 2 marks. There will be no negative marking for incorrect response. No negative marking. No negative marking. I want to repeat this. There is no negative marking because a lot of you think that this exam has negative marking. No marks will be given for questions unanswered. To answer a question, the candidate needs to choose one option as correct option, right? Is there any age limit to give UGC net exam? Come on people, there have been so many messages when people say age limit hai, hum nahi de sakte. There is no upper age limit in applying for UGC net for assistant professor. I am repeating, no age limit. Instead, age limit is for something else. It is for JRF award. And now we are going to see कि ये JRF award है क्या. What is JRF? JRF की full form है आपकी Junior Research Fellowship Scheme of the University Grants Commission, is open to candidates who qualify in the national eligibility testing of the UGC and UGC Council of Scientific and Industrial Research joint test. Please note that these are qualifying tests only. क्वालिफाइंग टेस्ट ही हैं। ये नहीं है कि अगर आपने क्लियर कर लिया आपको JRF मिल जाएगी, कट ऑफ होती है इसकी भी। बेसिकली JRF इज़ अ अवार्ड जिसके अंदर आपको मॉनेटरी हेल्प मिलती है, मॉनेटरी असिस्टेंस मिलती है, मतलब फाइनेंशियल हेल्प, पैसे मिलते हैं आपको, ठीक है। प्लस आपको हाउस रेंट अलाउंस दिया जाता है, ठीक है। डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के डिफरेंट रूल्स होते हैं। फिर मेडिकल के लिए आपको दिए जाते हैं, मेडिकल जो है अलाउंस दिया जाता है आपको। ये सब जो फैसिलिटीज़ हैं ये प्रोवाइड करी जाती हैं अगर आप JRF के लिए एलिजिबल हो जाते हो। तो जब फॉर अप्लाइंग फॉर दिस स्कीम, तो ये JRF का जो अवार्ड है उसके लिए आप अप्लाई कैसे कर सकते हैं? डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज़, इंस्टीट्यूशंस और कॉलेजेस रिकग्नाइज बाय UGC एडवर्टीजमेंट्स देते हैं, आप उनके थ्रू अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, राइट। और UGC आपको एलिजिबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट भी प्रोवाइड करता है, राइट। जो फॉर अप्रूवल देख लेते हैं, द कैंडिडेट मस्ट गेट हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ रजिस्टर फॉर PhD एट द फर्स्ट available opportunity but not later than a period of 2 years from the issue of eligibility certificate of UGC NET UGC CSIR examinations। मतलब 2 years आपको eligibility जब हो जाते हैं आपका, within 2 years आपको admission लेना है, within 2 years you have to get registered for PhD, right। The actual payment of fellowship will be made with effect from the date of joining only, right। Set of assistance available under the scheme. The tenure of fellowship is initially for 2 years under the JRF scheme. Upon expiry for this period, the work of the fellow will be evaluated by experts. If the research is found satisfactory, his or her tenure will be extended for a further period of 3 years under the enhanced emoluments of the senior research fellowship। मतलब फिर पहले आप JRF होते हो, अगर आपकी रिसर्च होती है तो आप SRF बन जाते हो, राइट। सीनियर रिसर्च फेलोशिप के लिए एलिजिबल हो जाते हो। फेलोशिप के अंदर आपको ₹12,000 पर मंथ फॉर इनिशियल 2 years मिलता है और ₹14,000 पर मंथ फॉर रिमेनिंग टेन्योर एज एन SRF, राइट। स्टेप 4 देख लेते हैं। स्टेप 4 के अंदर PhD डिग्री चाहिए आपको, जिसके लिए लोग कहते हैं कि 3 से 6 साल के बीच बीच में हो जाती है। 3 years लगते हैं मोस्टली लोगों को, कईयों को 5 या 6 या 4 years भी लग जाते हैं। PhD डिग्री हैज़ बीन मेड मैंडेटरी फॉर प्रमोशन टू असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन कॉलेजेस फ्रॉम 1 जुलाई 2021, मतलब इस साल के जुलाई से कंपल्सरी कर दी गई है। PhD डिग्री विल बी मैंडेटरी फॉर डायरेक्ट रिक्रूटमेंट टू असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर्स इन यूनिवर्सिटीज with effect from 1 July 2021, राइट। तो ये एक नोटिफिकेशन आई है, ये जो नोटिफिकेशन है ये बहुत पुरानी है, 13 जून 2018 की ये नोटिफिकेशन है, राइट। तो इसके अंदर PhD जो है वो कंपलसरी कर दी गई है। आपको हायरार्की नहीं पता है प्रोफेसर्स की तो मैं बता देती हूँ। सबसे पहले होते हैं असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, ठीक है ना। असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर के ऊपर होते हैं आपके एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर, ठीक है ना। एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर के ऊपर आते हैं आपके प्रोफेसर, राइट। जो सबसे जूनियर होते हैं वो होते हैं असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, उसके बाद आपके एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर और उसके बाद प्रोफेसर। तो अगर आपको असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर की जॉब भी चाहिए तो PhD है वो 1 जुलाई 2021 से कंपलसरी कर दी गई है। हाउ मच कैन यू अर्न एज अ प्रोफेसर, आप कितना कमा सकते हो एज अ professor? Let's check the salary. So the salary of a professor is 1,44,200. Of associate professor it is 1,31,400. For assistant professor minimum would be 57,700, right? And if you are on a different academic levels then you can check for yourself. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a hint, an idea how much you get paid as an professor, right? So which is very important because everyone of us have a dream to earn a particular amount per month. So I suppose you get an idea after seeing this video. I want to show you something. Please do not focus on the salary because now the salaries have been revised. What I want you to focus on is candidates with degree from IIMs, IITs, national law universities of reputed foreign institutions who have teaching experience of IIMs, IITs, national law universities would be preferred, right? So your education and your teaching experience is taken into consideration, number 1. Number 2, if you have done your law, your LLM from a good institute, that is also taken into consideration, right? So that taken this shot from one of the advertisements by one of the NLUs, right?